So a day earlier than scheduled to mark the 1 year anniversary of the World Health Organization declaring the coronavirus a global pandemic. 12 months later, Joe Biden signs the COVID rescue package, the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, into law. He will sign it into law today before addressing the nation on prime time. He briefly addressed the media yesterday, but he didn't take any questions. The same thing with Kamala Harris. I haven't really seen the press conference yet for Joe, but March the 12th would be the 71st day of the year. This is why the signing was originally scheduled for a Friday. It's because Catholic has gematria 71, Rescue has gematria 71. I like how it's rescue. That is the same gematria as the virus that is waging this country right now. So 12 months from the time that this was declared a pandemic, Savior Joe, symbolic in Catholicism, saves the country with the $1,400 checks and extended federal unemployment. Savior has gematria 30, Joe has gematria 30, Corona has gematria 30. This is who Joe Biden is seen as. This is what is scripted, represented symbolically for Joe Biden to be. And this 12 relates to the 12-month anniversary. Now, I am here to present you the truth, not the fiction that has been circling the internet about 9% of the bill going to Americans. The real truth is that this bill has real bipartisan support that the entire Republican Party obstructed to. Some Democrat haters on here are going to be receiving a $1,400 check thanks to the Democratic Party. 85% of the COVID relief goes to Americans. Most Republicans supported the bill. 0 Republicans voted to help out their own voters. 85% is COVID related. Only 15% is pork. This is the truth. This is the facts. That yes, every bill has pork in it, but the large majority of this bill is going to Americans. American Rescue Plan Act has gematria of 85. 85% of the benefits go towards Americans. The first major piece of legislation, the 117th Congress, marks the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Now, March the 12th of 2021, so that's 15, that's 35, that's a 56-day numerology. Unemployment, for example, the coronavirus has gematria 56. These are reasons why the signing date was originally scheduled to be Friday once again. Schools will reopen in this bill. Reopen 37, Joe Biden 37, Harris 37, Harris and reopen, for example. Rescue package has gematria 52. The amount of time from January the 20th to March the 12th is a time span of 52 days. That 7 weeks and 2 days has to do with the fact of the gematria of Harris, for example. But it's not only Harris that has gematria 73. Joseph has gematria 73. Now, it is President Biden that has gematria 72. It would mark 7 weeks and 2 days. When we go to March the 11th, 7 weeks in a day. And this here is the gematria of Rescue. It's the gematria of Catholic. Once again, Joe Biden being the savior. The 50th day, the 50th day of his presidency is when he signs this bill. 50 is the gematria of America. 50 is the amount of states that are in this country. This is a $1.9 trillion stimulus. March the 11th, 11 is master number, doesn't reduce. 2021 is 19 one-day in numerology. Kamala Harris, most powerful tie-breaking vote, was the reason why this bill even made it to Joe Biden. She can become the first female president. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. This is one of the key reasons why this is such a significant bill and such a significant accomplishment. What did the American... And by the way, Today's March the 11th. This is 11-3. That's November the 3rd. That is the day of the election. 11 the 3rd is the day of the election. Now, it is also the 11th day of the 3rd month, which is March the 11th. This is what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were elected to do. To send help out to Americans, but also to be progressives once we're out of this crisis. The latter won't happen right here. 4 months and 8 days, 4 months and 9 days later, I think that's Jumachev crisis, or maybe that's Jumachev revelation, maybe. Kamala Harris. Kamala Devi Harris has Jumachev 71. And this 71 once again connects to the 7 months in a day, for example. When we go back to the previous thing in the calculator. And now this brings us to the American Rescue Plan of 2021. The time durations, the tie-breaking vote. So Kamala Harris signed. She voted for the bill. The tie-breaking vote was cast on March the 6th. So this brings us to March the 6th. "64 prior days in the year." Kamala Harris is born in the year 64, for example. Joe Biden's got Jumachev 64 and 37. American, for example. This is why I predicted Joe Biden to win the election. March the 6th is 9. 2021, what is that? 41, 50 day, huh? Interesting. Kamala Harris is the dragon, and this passes the Senate 5 days before the bill was signed. So going back to the rescue package, February 24th is when this bill got introduced. Because obviously these fat cats had to go to recess for whatever reason, that they had to delay this. They couldn't begin this in early February. It's like, what are you waiting for? 2 months in a day. That's the Jumachev Jesuit. That's the election year, the inauguration year, I should say, 2021. When you include the end day of 16 days later, under the 16th Democratic president, this bill gets signed by Joe Biden, nonetheless. Obamacare expansion. Let's touch up on all parts of this. Money to reopen schools. Assistance, Jumachev assistance. Rental assistance, 54. Now how about small business assistance? I've touched up on the main parts. Unemployment insurance, money to reopen schools, assistance to small business, landlords. The bill also includes $25 billion in rental assistance. This is happening under Biden once again. Biden has got Jumachev 25. The 25 is going to be significant. $25 billion in rental assistance. This builds on that with another $50 billion, with emphasis getting money quickly to small business. That's Jumachev America. The measure provides $34 billion to expand healthcare subsidies. Will be the first significant expansion of the Affordable Care Act. Affordable Care Act expansion as a result of the virus. So not Obamacare, but the Affordable Care Act. $34 billion to Obamacare. It is Biden that's got Jumachev 34. The child tax credit was boosted to $3,000. Sort of like Corona equaling 30. Coronavirus had infected nearly 30 million more. That's Jamachi Corona. That's Jamachi Joe. Unemployment is extended to September the 6th. March the 11th to the September the 6th. Hopefully this is when everything is back to normal again. By the way, this is a date numerology of 56. Unemployment gematria of 56. Unemployment ends on a date numerology of 56. 180 days. What did we find that was 180 in the calculator? Rental assistance. Rental assistance are those that are facing unemployment, for example. And you're close to 26 weeks until the end of unemployment. It's virus and rescue and Biden, that's too much of 25. So I hope this is a good summation of the American Rescue Plan Act under the 117th U.S. Congress. Electoral College Day is the next thing that I need to derive the relationship for. December the 14th, so it's not only Election Day, but also December the 14th of 2020 that we have to derive the relationship for. And that would be the relationship of the day that Biden was elected by the Electoral College to the day that he signs the bill. 88 days and then 87. Not sure what we have with 87 yet, but it's worth looking this up just to see what kind of relationship exists. Joe Biden's birthday is November the 20th. 112 days, 111, 16 weeks later, 16th Democrat president. Providence is 111.